Talk to me!
Hey, adrenaline junkies. Welcome to Mind Rush. This is where chaos meets speed, and every second is a pulse-pounding ride you won't want to miss. We've got mind-blowing chases, insane stunts, and non-stop action that'll have you glued to the screen. Ready to feel the rush? November 23rd, 2019. A regular night turns wild on Georgia's State Route 400. A state trooper is patrolling when an urgent call from an Atlanta police officer crackles through the radio. A Mercedes-Benz is flying down the highway at over 125 miles per hour. Our trooper knows it's showtime and pulls over into the median, eyes peeled for that incoming blur. Moments later, the 90s model Mercedes zooms by, roaring like a jet. City streets give the suspect an edge. He's reckless, blowing through red lights and intersections without a care. Meanwhile, our officers play it safe, slowing down to protect others.
Went up to Piedmont Athletics, which should be 1080 with that view. Highway 7 went up 1080. Went up to Peach Street, right? Clear left, clear right. Southbound on Lennox, passing them all. Everywhere. Wrong side of the road, coming up to view for now. Clear left. Passing Buford, I think he's gonna try to get on, he's getting on 85 northbound, be advised.
But the game changes when the chase shifts back to the highway. Open roads are perfect for a pit maneuver.
85 northbound. I need the air police, pit maneuver, pit, northbound. He's getting back in it. He's trying to get back in it. Coming up to North Druid Hills. Coming in for another pit. I got a vehicle on the way. Police 786 trying to set up for another pit. We're taking the exit for North Druid Hills. Exit, we're southbound North Druid Hills. 786, take him. I believe he's setting up for a pit. .1050, we're trying to block him in right now. We got him up on the curve. Going up.
The suspect, 36-year-old Omid Sheikh Sajadi, comes out of the wreck with a few cuts from shattered glass. No surprise, rum and coke don't mix well with high-speed chases. Officers noted the telltale signs: the smell of alcohol, watery eyes, dilated pupils, and slurred speech. Omid ended the night with an arrest for DUI, reckless driving, fleeing, and more. And this wasn't his first run-in with the law. In 2013, Georgia's major fraud unit arrested him for a scheme involving luxury electronics and fake businesses. Edmond, Oklahoma, a city with about 95,000 residents, and on March 26, 2017, two guys who decided Walmart would be their next big heist. When local police got the shoplifting call, they soon spotted a car matching the suspect's description and moved in for a traffic stop. But these two weren't planning on a peaceful surrender. They were about to make their day a whole lot worse. With some distance gained, the thieves probably thought they'd left trouble in the dust. But several minutes later, our determined officer caught up, and panic set in. The chase came to an abrupt end. Surrounded by police, the car's occupants had no place to run. One suspect popped his head out only to duck back inside like a nervous whack-a-mole. Nice try, but there was no hiding this time. The officers discovered 4 people in the car, and everyone got a trip to the local hospital. But only 2 were cuffed in the end. The unlucky duo, 25-year-old Lamont Benjamin and 27-year-old Sean Bruner. Turns out the other 2 passengers weren't involved in the theft or the chaotic chase. You've probably heard the acronym BOLO in movies or TV shows. It stands for Be on the Lookout, and it's what police use when they need eyes everywhere for a suspicious vehicle or person. On January 8, 2022, Florida Highway Patrol Trooper Wesley Dixon was on a routine patrol in Jefferson County when he noticed a black sedan failing to move over for stopped emergency vehicles. Trooper Dixon caught up to the car but kept things cool. No lights, no sirens. Not yet. He wanted to check those plates without tipping off the driver. The results? The car was registered to Stephen Spencer Clary of Orlando, Florida. And here's where things got serious. Stephen was tied to a nationwide BOLO for a recent homicide in Orlando. Witnesses had spotted his car speeding away from the scene, and Orlando PD had more than a few reasons to think he was their guy. With his record of reckless behavior, it's not hard to see why. About a dozen officers recorded the dramatic end with their own cameras. In the end, Stephen Clary was taken into custody and charged with fleeing and eluding law enforcement. The homicide investigation? Still active and ongoing. We'll have to stay tuned for what comes next in that chapter. June 9, 2024 was not your average day for Arkansas State Trooper Robert Rome. While on patrol, he spotted a suspicious guy lounging on a motorcycle near a gas station. After making a smooth U-turn at a nearby station, the biker decided to hit the throttle and bolt down a side street, kicking off an adrenaline-pumping high-speed chase through residential neighborhoods. Radar guns clocked him at speeds pushing 130 miles per hour, making it way too risky for officers to attempt a pit maneuver. His off-road swerves left everyone wondering. Was he trying to shake the cops, or just struggling to control a bike that had taken a few love taps from Trooper Rome's front bumper? The suspect pushed into a long, hilly stretch of road, probably thinking that if he broke sight, he could make a slick turn and vanish down a side street. Or maybe he had an even bolder plan: make it to Oklahoma and hope the police would back off. Back on familiar roads, the suspect wove through traffic, pulling every trick in the book to shake his pursuers. Enter Trooper Diego Araujo, taking over as the lead when Rome got boxed in. We'll ride shotgun with Araujo until the grand finale, where our would-be daredevil takes an off-road tumble, bringing the chase to a screeching halt.
Going through a red light.
The suspect's name remains a mystery, and we're left guessing what charges he faced. Footage suggests he might have run because of a small stash of marijuana. Ironically, the officers said he could have walked away with just a misdemeanor, but now he's looking at a stack of felonies. Turns out most of that chatter went over the suspect's head. He didn't speak English. Cue one officer reading him his Miranda rights in Spanish. Talk about an international twist. French biker cops don't play around. This particular officer was on a mission, tearing down a narrow highway shoulder in pursuit of a T-Max bike. Watch as he maneuvers with laser focus, hot on the suspect's trail. Our suspect, wearing a bright green vest, not exactly the best choice for a subtle escape, cuts into the left lane. It's safe to say he didn't plan on a high-speed getaway that day. As he veers right, he nearly sideswipes the officer's bike, despite the open lane ahead. The officer quickly cuffs him and assesses the scene. March 6, 2021. Just another day for a Georgia State Police officer stationed at the corner of Andrew Young and Centennial Olympic Park. That is until the sound of screeching tires shattered the calm. Enter a black and red Dodge Charger burning rubber down the street. Here's the thing about speeding in a dense metro area. Traffic and stoplights are your worst enemies when the cops show up. The driver, who later turned out to be Jimmy Turner, decided to turn the streets of downtown Atlanta into his racetrack, putting countless lives at risk as he floored it and led officers on a high-speed chase. According to Jimmy, panic set in when he saw the flashing lights behind him. But "I was scared" doesn't quite cut it when you're tearing through traffic, slamming into civilian cars, and coming within inches of mowing down 3 pedestrians before crashing.
Just turned off to Ivan Allen Jr. Boulevard. Same Army just wrecked into a vehicle on Ivan.
While the exact charges against Jimmy remain unclear, you can bet they involved fleeing, reckless driving, and generally being a hazard to everyone around him. Thankfully, the innocent drivers he hit walked away with only minor injuries. Jimmy's wild ride, not so lucky. Arkansas State Trooper Jacob Byrd is no rookie when it comes to high-speed chases. Since joining the force in 2020, he's been in the thick of dozens of pursuits and close calls, some of which you might recognize from this very channel. May 22, 2024, started like any other day for Trooper Byrd as he patrolled southwestern Little Rock. But things took a sharp turn when he spotted a suspicious white Charger cruising by. With instincts on high alert, he turned around and followed the car, eventually closing in to run its plates. Bingo. Expired tags. That was all Byrd needed to spring into action, pulling the suspect over and kicking off a chase that would soon have them barreling up the wrong side of the highway. We never got the name of the driver, but we do know the consequences. Felony fleeing, driving without a license, and expired tags. Oh, and a little extra kicker. Police found a Taurus 9mm pistol inside the car. With an added charge for illegal possession, it's safe to say he wasn't supposed to have it. August 10th, 2024 was shaping up to be a memorable day for Arkansas State Trooper Blaine Middlecoff. He was patrolling Highway 158 near the Tennessee border when an active bolo for a stolen Dodge Charger out of Memphis came through. At around 6:30 p.m., Trooper Middlecoff's eyes locked onto a Charger that fit the description. Sliding in behind, he inched close enough to read the tags. Turns out, this car thief was clever enough to swap the high-performance vehicle's VIN, but forgot one little detail: changing the plates. Confirming it was the stolen car, Middlecoff lit up the sirens, and the chase was on. Arkansas's long, straight highways gave the suspect a brief advantage. With the Hellcat's engine howling, the Charger hit speeds over 160 miles per hour, blowing through stop signs and zipping past oncoming traffic. Meanwhile, Trooper Middlecoff had to slow down at intersections. Public safety comes first, after all. For a moment, it looked like the suspect might be out of sight for good. Moments later, the stolen car came back into view, but not how anyone expected.
Aaron Luxor, he wrecked out. He got fire. Didn't work.
10-9-30.
Trooper Middlecoff found a battered-looking man, Devondre James, leaning against a house near the crash site. Devondre claimed he was an innocent bystander hit by the speeding Hellcat driver. Nice try, Devondre. Our trooper wasn't buying it. Paramedics arrived and airlifted Devondre to a hospital, while firefighters tended to the mangled Charger. Once he was patched up and ready for release, police slapped on the cuffs and officially arrested him for his high-speed joyride. As for the Charger, let's just say it's doubtful the owner would want it back in that condition. In Thailand, law enforcement is under the command of the Royal Thai Police, often considered the fourth branch of the Thai armed forces due to their rigorous training. And in June 2021, some of these officers were on a special mission, stopping a local street gang of teenagers on motorcycles. A few bike cops managed to intercept the gang as they hit an intersection, hoping to snag at least a few of the troublemakers. They couldn't catch them all, but even stopping a few would be a victory. The exact number of arrests that day remains a mystery, as the footage cuts off before we see the full roundup. But not before one determined Royal Thai officer sets his sights on one of the younger bikers. With baton in hand and a stern look, he signaled for the kid to stop. The clip ends just as the intensity peaks, but it appears the teen's death-defying sprint came to an emotional stop. Word has it, he was crying and hoping to avoid the cuffs. Can't say we blame him. Lesson learned the hard way. April 14th, 2023. State Trooper Tyler Langley is on the lookout near Route 64 in Conway, Arkansas, keeping his eyes peeled for a suspect on a high-performance sports bike. Finally, he spots him attempting to merge back onto the highway. But as soon as the suspect clocks Trooper Langley, he does a quick spin and guns it down I-40 East, nearly leaving the officer in his wake. With traffic on his side, the biker has the upper hand, darting effortlessly between cars while Trooper Langley has to wait for openings to move. The biker could have taken an exit long ago, vanishing into the maze of side streets. Trooper Langley radios in with an update, confirming that the suspect is still racing down I-40 East. Unfortunately, traffic keeps slowing him down, and eventually he has no choice but to call off the chase. Whether the police manage to catch up with the speedy rider later remains a mystery. On August 8, 2017, one of those officers found himself in a high-speed pursuit with a sports bike that wasn't playing by the rules. The chase is believed to have kicked off near the town of Jichin, a historic gem in the Hradec-Kralove region, with a population of around 16,000. What set off the pursuit? We're not sure, but whatever it was, this officer was determined not to let the biker slip away. The chase roared to life on a scenic road through the rolling Czech countryside. Our biker took the officer down hilly, two-lane roads, coming dangerously close to a local out for a casual bike ride. The officer had to dance between avoiding oncoming cars and keeping sight of the biker. Then came the break he needed. The biker slowed down and turned onto a residential road. The officer closed the gap, watching as the suspect leaned left at a fork, only to face an unexpected dead end. Game over. The officer jumped out, gun drawn, and the biker, knowing he was caught, shut off the engine and surrendered. What charges followed? We don't know, but it's safe to say that riding through the countryside came with a high price. Running from the police is risky. Running at night, even worse. But running from the police at night on a high-speed motorcycle? That's playing with fire. This suspect in Georgia, however, thought he could outmaneuver the Georgia State Patrol, GSP, long enough to cross the border into Tennessee. Troopers Hobbs, Weaver, and Shackelford weren't about to let that happen. When Trooper Weaver's vehicle lost power, Trooper Shackelford stepped up as the lead. He pulled up alongside the biker and tried nudging him toward the shoulder, hoping the suspect would slow down so the team could box him in. But the move didn't work as planned. However, Shackelford spotted something crucial. The rider was struggling to control the bike at high speeds. If Shackelford could just keep the pressure on, he knew the biker might panic and make a mistake. Now we're riding with Corporal Hobbs as he sees the same issue. The suspect might look composed, but eventually he'd slip up. And patience paid off.
Okay, I'll eat it. Copy, trying to jump off 348.
As they hit a sharp turn, Hobbs positioned himself on the biker's left side, waiting for that inevitable moment. And it came. The biker lost control, and the chase ended with police slapping on the cuffs and securing the suspect. That's when he started complaining about back pain, prompting a visit from medical personnel. Lesson of the day? If you run from the police on a motorcycle, don't act surprised when things end with sirens and sore muscles. This guy will have plenty of time behind bars to rethink his nighttime joyrides.
Who's involved in that?
Car accidents are stressful, no doubt, but staying calm and level-headed is key. One thing you shouldn't do, blow things way out of proportion. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened when a Wisconsin DoorDash driver rear-ended a pickup truck at a green light.
I have food in my car! I have food in my car!
You need to calm
I have
down.
food in my car!
You need to calm
I have
down.
food in my car!
Stand over here.
Leave me alone. I'm in front of
Enter Kayla Guitar, a local driver with a flair for drama. According to her, the truck driver didn't move when the light turned green, so she made the logical choice. She hit him. No, Kayla, this isn't the end of the world, but it might be the end of your 5-star rating. Our responding officers showed up and did their best to keep things professional, even when Kayla was less than cooperative.
There's an accident. Why are you yelling? Why are you freaking out?
because I'm in the middle of work.
Okay, well, you're not going anywhere.
I'm not going
Chris,
anywhere.
get over here.
I'm not going anywhere. You need to get here now. These cops they're pinning me to a corner.
Ma'am, we're trying to gather information so we can get you out of here.
I'm in front of Pickenston.
Okay?
Kayla.
My car is
Kayla.
My car is I need to shoot. Are you serious? It's gonna start.
Let's be real here. Insurance was Kayla's least concern. In her mind, this minor fender bender was a catastrophic event that left her car in ruins. Sorry, Kayla, but we're all chuckling. And no, we're not laughing with you.
We're not here to arrest you.
Kayla, can we sit over here, please?
Please, no!
Kayla,
Get here now, please!
we just have to conduct
Get
an
here
accident
now!
investigation, okay?
Get here now!
This could be solved very...
I didn't do anything! I didn't
You're
do
not
anything!
bleeding. Kayla, get out of the
Do
street!
anything.
Get out of the
I
street!
didn't do anything wrong!
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Oh my God!
Your radiator's not...
Shut up!
You should be able to
Shut
drive.
up!
You're not leaving.
The light was green! It was green!
How much is yours?
Yeah, I know. Great. Funny. Great. Get away from me.
This is how an accident...
Don't talk to me!
Kayla, why are you
Don't
freaking out?
talk to me!
Why are you freaking out?
You want to tell us what happened?
No! The light was green and he didn't go!
You want the case number?
No.
For a brief moment, she seemed to cool off, but it didn't last. She flared up again when the officers asked to snap some photos of the damage. Actually, Kayla, it's not the end of the world. And yes, it can be fixed. It's not rocket science. By this point, the officers seemed to find a bit of amusement in her over-the-top reactions. Maybe one last attempt to check on that insurance status will do the trick.
To provide insurance.
I don't have the information!
Then who is it, Kayla?
I don't know!
Okay, I'm not going to put up with that. We're done. I'm not.
In the end, Kayla was charged with disorderly conduct, and rumor has it she also got a citation for driving without proof of insurance. Whether anything else came out of this melodramatic encounter, or if her car ever got fixed, remains a mystery. One thing we do know, someone out there never got their DoorDash dinner that night.
See, we were into the car. Yeah. So, that ticket and then no insurance. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Easy enough.
My goodness.
Arkansas State Trooper Trevoris Tatum was patrolling just 10 miles southwest of Little Rock when he caught a jaw-dropping sight, a young guy on a blue dirt bike popping a wheelie right in front of him. Trooper Tatum didn't waste a second, flipping on his lights and making a swift U-turn to pull the daredevil over. For a moment, it seemed like the rider was going to comply. But nope. He cranked the throttle and took off.
Stop, state police, stop.
Okay, but I'll take 130.
That's my contact.
On these side streets, the dirt bike had the upper hand, weaving through traffic and zipping through parking lots like it was built for this. Trooper Tatum eventually lost sight of the bike, but the ride wasn't over. Enter Trooper William Cash, who spotted someone matching the description in another parking lot. And just like that, the chase was back on.
Coming up on Otter Creek. Speeds 70, 90. Getting back on the service road, Otter Creek.
Back on the service road.
Girl, break that parking lot.
The police lost visual, and the chase was called off. Whether the biker was ever caught, or if a better description surfaced, remains a mystery. One thing's for sure. Running from the cops is never a smart move. This kid got lucky, but luck ran out fast. Try it again, and the odds will be stacked against him. Thanks for riding the adrenaline wave with us here at Mind Rush. If you're hungry for more heart-pounding action and edge-of-your-seat excitement, don't go anywhere, because we're just getting started. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more mind-blowing moments coming your way soon.